Good morning, wrestling fans, and welcome to PWR Today, Tuesday morning. Hey, it's October 26th, 2021, the man they call Meathead, and that PWR Today girl, Linda Kay. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Meathead. Yes, I am not just that, but the PWR Today girl.
There you go. Folks, if you ever want to really get a peek behind the curtain, any of my introductions almost always have to do with the last 15 seconds of what we talk about before we actually hit the record button. So just having a little fun here, that's all.
Yeah, I can tell whenever I listen to you and Matthew that something had related to something you just spoke of, because you do that to me too, and I find it hilarious.
That's okay. All right. Hey, tell us who's sponsoring us this morning, who our friends are.
Our friends are Collar and Elbow. You can find the latest and greatest in wrestling street fashions. Check out the fall sale, the fall fashions, the Halloween. It is Halloween week. We've got some Halloween themed t-shirts as well at collarandelbowbrand.com. Once again, that's collarandelbowbrand.com. And to save 10% off your order, use promo code LindaK. That's LINDAKAY. Save that 10%.
Hey, Linda, I know you go down to the Louisville, for everybody that's not on the know, but I heard you say again, you're not going to Canada, are you?
I don't believe anytime soon, but, we hear it from our friend Chris Jericho again, so I must use that as well.
Hey, what are you going to do, right? Hey, let's talk a couple bit of the news notes here. AEW Cody Rhodes is now wrestling under a new gimmick. He is under the mask, folks. And I had wondered if they were going to acknowledge that it's Cody under the mask or what the deal was. There is a really close-up shot of Cody Rhodes wrestling as Fuego 2, who's the son of Fuego, and tag teaming with Fuego del Sol. What do they call themselves again, Linda?
Too Fast, Too Fuego.
Too Fast, Too Fuego. Now, in this particular picture, and we all know who Cody is, instantly we all look to the right side of his neck. Where's the neck tat? In this picture I'm looking at, it looks like he's wearing makeup on it to kind of cover it up. And that's okay. I don't mind it. But Cody Rhodes now wrestling under a mask. I wonder if he's going to win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship with that mask.
Oh, yeah. I guess he can, technically, because he's not going to be Cody
He's not Reigns right, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, but, you and I discussed it, and we've discussed it on the show, previously as well, with him getting all those boos as the prime face of the company. This is just another way to get out there and get a different type of reception. But, hey.
And it's helping put over another guy, so.
Right, exactly. Most importantly, yeah. So, I mean, shall we see the debut of Too Fast, Too Fuego?
Too Fast, Too Fuego.
A Rampage soon? We shall see, but I'm looking forward to it.
I want to say that a few more times. Too Fast, Too Fuego. I wonder if Too Fast, Too Fuego. You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of a gentleman by the name of Christopher Daniels who wrestled under a mask by the name of Curryman. He's hot. He's spicy. He tastes great. Oh, konnichiwa. I miss Curryman.
Yes, I know you've talked about it a lot with Matthew on here. And, well, I mean, hey, another mystery man in the mask that we all know who it is. I don't know if in the end he gets unmasked, unveiled on camera, or if he's just somehow quietly appears into the fire.
The fire, the fuego. There you go. I like what you did there. Okay, that was fantastic. I got one more bit of AEW news I want to talk about here. AEW Dynamite has been preempted the last 2 weeks due to NHL hockey on TNT. Well, starting this Wednesday and throughout the rest of the year, AEW Dynamite will be live. And I say that specifically in that way because there had been times that Dynamite had been tape delayed in the mountains or tape delayed on Pacific. No, not anymore. AEW Dynamite live for all 4 time zones, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific. AEW Dynamite live on TNT for the rest of the year.
That is tremendous. That would make it more into the spoiler-free zone for some of our friends, specifically our friend the Mott's in Mountain Time.
Yeah, the Mott's. Those random people that live in the mountain times. Let me ask you this, and this is just a one-off non-wrestling question. I'm asking it to you, Linda, to Matthew when he listens, and to anybody else listening. Besides Denver being in the mountain time zone, what other big name city really in our country lives in the mountain time zone? Big name city.
Albuquerque comes to mind. I'm not even sure.
I was going to say, I think El Paso might be one, to be honest with you. Because isn't El Paso on the western edge of Texas?
I believe so. How about Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City, okay. So
I'm
I'm just
honestly
wondering.
not 100% sure. I just know
Yeah,
for sure Denver, due to Matthew
due to
and
Matthew,
some of my other
right?
friends that live in
They are the
Denver.
forgotten time zone.
Yeah.
The redheaded stepchild of the country.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Like it's funny when you mentioned this story. I was like, well, wasn't it always live? And then we,
Right.
got to that discussion of how our Mountain and Pacific time zones may have some things preempted at times, but that's a conversation for another day. But that's great to hear that it is going to be live across the board, at least till the end of the year, right? You said.
Yeah, end of the year, and then remember they're going to be bouncing over to TBS. So.
Right. Okay.
All right, well, that is AEW news. I've got one bit of WWE news, and this does affect you, me, Matthew, Damian, Dave, all of us. It affects us. The WWE pay-per-view schedule for 2022 has been released. It's not completely filled, but a bunch of dates have been announced. So for 2022, Saturday, January 1st, day one, well, it's not even ish. It's confirmed at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Saturday, January 29th, two pay-per-views in January. The Rumble will be happening in St. Louis at the Dome. No pay-per-view announced yet for February or March, but WrestleMania is 100% officially a two-day event again, Linda, in Dallas. And this is what I was talking about where it affects us. Saturday, April 2nd and Sunday, April 3rd. Here's the key as I run down the rest of these dates. Hear how many times I say Saturday. It's not exclusively Sundays anymore for WWE. They're going to be running a lot of pay-per-views on Saturdays. Sunday, May 8th, Sunday, June 5th, Saturday, July 2nd is Money in the Bank, and that is confirmed for Allegiant Stadium in Vegas again. Saturday, July 30th. Look at how early SummerSlam is. That is Saturday, July 30th in Nissan Stadium in Nashville. That may be worth a drive because, how far is Nashville even from the Ville? I mean, a couple hours?
I want to say it's 3 or so hours south. So that's not too bad as a whole from Wisconsin. I mean, especially for me, doing that Ville drive.
Right. I'm saying if you're in OVW country for the weekend, run down to SummerSlam real quick.
That is a plan.
Plus, in case I need to get my road work done,
Yeah, no, that sounds like a plan because Nashville as well. Let's do this. I'm ready.
Nashville's a hot city, boy.
Yeah.
Nashville's hot. Plus, they've got Chick-fil-A's everywhere, so I'm a happy guy. Saturday, September 3rd or Sunday, September 4th. It's not locked in yet. And then Saturday, November 26th. Again, Saturday, November 26th, Survivor Series will be at the TD Garden in Boston. So they've already locked in May 8th for the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence. Sunday, June 5th is locked in at the Allstate Arena in Chicago. What that means for us is that we'll probably be catching a Raw or catching a SmackDown either the Friday before or the Monday after that pay-per-view in the Milwaukee area.
Right. Interesting. Some of those Saturday dates seem to coincide somewhat with a major holiday like that for July
and let's talk
2nd?
about that. Yeah, let's talk about that. July 2nd, that's a 4th of July weekend. And Saturday, September 3rd or Sunday, September 4th, that's Labor Day weekend, which is historically an AEW pay-per-view weekend.
Yeah.
Does AEW nudge or do they move on that?
Right. And AEW used to be more Saturday pay-per-views. Now they've been moving to Sundays.
Oh. A lot of shenanigans, a lot of back and forth here. We'll have to see how this kind of plays out for 2022. But like I said, really the big news, it is official 100% WrestleMania, April 2nd and April 3rd.
Got that noted. And, it's still months out, but hopefully,
Tickets officially going on sale some point in November. I don't have the date in front of me yet, but WrestleMania tickets and packages starting to go on sale next month.
right. And dare I say, I do smell shenanigans for
Shenanigans.
WrestleMania weekend. Let's just leave it at that for now.
Let's just leave it at that. Let's talk Raw from last night as well. Both of us said to each other, because we feel, I don't know about you, Linda, but I'll speak for myself first, and then you tell me. I feel defensive when I say, you know what, I kind of liked it, because we instantly mentally go into thinking Raw is going to be a crap show. So I feel defensive when I say, Raw was okay. I didn't mind Raw. Your overall thoughts before I kind of touch on a couple spots from Raw.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was the season premiere, so I expected to see the heavy hitters, whether promo or in action, and some debuts with the new Raw roster. But I was not expecting to see a Fatal 4-Way ladder match.
No, that was a big match.
The show, so that was definitely what sealed the deal for me as far as it being an overall wonderful show for me. I did enjoy it.
They really did open up well, because remember, Houston is going to be kicking off the World Series tonight against the Atlanta Braves. So, you've got the home crowd. It's like yelling Bucks and 6 in Milwaukee. I mean, come on, it's just, you're going to get them, right?
I thought of that too, honestly, because when they were here for that house show, the crowd was chanting Bucks and 6, besides the cameo appearances from our.
Of course.
players.
Yeah, so, I mean, of course, that's going to be that's easy, cheap pops or cheap heat or whatever you want to call it. I mean, when a city's hot like that, and Houston's hot right now, they're in the World Series against the Atlanta Braves. So I love Big E's promo, very strong face promo, mentioning congratulations to Houston, congratulations to King Xavier Woods. And then, you know what? We've got these new rosters. Who am I going to take on? Now, the Drip King came out, and even though he lost, which Big E said a few times, he lost in his Hell in a Cell match. Here comes 3 others. It's Rey Mysterio, it's Kevin Owens, and it's the Prince, Finn Balor. Well, this was typical. WWE is going to make a 4-way number 1 contenders match. However, they kicked it up a notch. Sonya Deville came out and made it a ladder match, and it was going to be at the end of the night. And then that person that wins that, gets the contract down from the Hook, will have the title shot. So I really did like the way this went. I do have a bone to pick here. Number 1 contenders triple threat. The Street Profits versus the Dirty Dogs, who are Big Bob and Dolph Ziggler, and the Alpha Academy. The graphic that came up first said, winner of this match will get a future title shot. Literally in the commentary. And then for the rest of the night, it says, no, they're getting that title shot tonight. They're going to wrestle RK Bro tonight. Was this booking on the fly, or was this a technical mistake?
I, too, was a little confused, thinking that they would get a future title shot, and then once the Dirty Dogs won, it said that they would get their shot the night. I was like, I would say maybe it was done on the fly. However, there was a glitch later too when they're. Oh no, it was just a graphic. Never mind, it was just a graphic. I'm gonna go with a glitch in the graphic because it just seems a little too swift to make on the fly. But not saying it can't be done. But my assumption is
probably a glitch in the graphic. I think so.
Yeah.
Well, the winner of that match was the Dirty Puppies, Big Bob Roode. I love when Robert Roode yells out, "I'm Big Bob!" It's just so dumb, but it just makes me laugh. It makes me warm and fuzzy on the inside because it's funny.
Yeah, but what's interesting is Mike Rome was announcing the winners, Dolph Ziggler and the glorious Robert Roode.
Right. That's how he announces them. Correct.
But you and I were saying how we want that glorious Bobby Roode back, so
right,
it's not completely out of the realm.
Yeah, he's still the glorious one, and I really do think that if we're looking for somebody that looks like they can headline a WrestleMania, it's Big Bob, the glorious Robert Roode. Queen Zelina took on Mountain Dewdrop again, and this was a match that, man, I'm kind of second guessing my pickup of Dewdrop now because she got crushed.
Was that a second soda reference there?
Yes, you like that? Well, I mean, when they're 4 for 11 at pick and save, you kind of lump them in together.
Yeah. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, she had a great promo, Selena, coming out for her coronation, and I love how she kept specifically saying the official queen, because every time I
Yes,
mention queen, I think of Charlotte, but I
correct.
forget that she's now on SmackDown, so she wasn't there to come out and interrupt Selena, or Queen Selena, excuse me. But yeah, Selena Vega definitely, kicking things up a notch since being queen, or continuing, I should say. Obviously, she had that
Yeah.
tremendous match against Dewdrop at Crown Jewel, and continued to show that, yeah, like she said, she's the
And
official queen.
I
Bow
was going to
down.
say, now we have two official coronations. They're done, right? And we know what each royalty member is going to be like. Xavier's going to be the haha, and Zelina's going to be the ruling, under the boot kind of queen, right? So we
Yeah,
know what they're going to be, and now we'll see how it plays out for the rest of the year, right?
yeah.
So I'm okay with that. um,
Hmm.
Becky Lynch's promo with Bianca Belair. Did Bianca lose her earrings on the way to the ring?
She pulled them off.
Oh, so I mean, I like when women pull their earrings off during a heated confrontation, not on the ramp. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like if they're going to start pulling off their Lee press-ons and their earrings and doing all that, that's cool. I mean, I'm ready for a fight.
hmm well, I guess she was just setting the tone,
I
going
guess.
down to the ring already. But yeah, we I'm jumping ahead here, but we're gonna get some more Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, which I still feel there's some unfinished business there, as Bianca was stating, because she was not the one who got pinned at Crown Jewel, so
Yeah.
she feels she deserves that additional chance.
Yeah, me personally, I had said for about a year or so, what is there to Bianca? I needed her to win something. Then she won something. Um, it literally just dawned on me last night that EST also stands for Esther because apparently her name's Esther. So Becky keeps calling her Esther instead of Bianca. Esther being her real life name.
Is it
So
really? Because I thought that too, and it made me Google it one time because I'm like EST Esther, and I could have sworn it said something else, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's just Becky being, you know, big time Bex and calling her Esther because EST.
right. Well, continue talking for a hot second, and I'll get you that answer.
Oh yes, so I did like that Bianca brought up the fact of how she felt that since Becky returned, that Becky just had this chip on her shoulder because she felt that the crowd would like 100% be behind Becky Lynch returning, but yet a
Uh-huh.
lot of the crowd is still cheering loud and proud for Bianca Belair, including myself. I do love both of them, but I do like and appreciate that Bianca's still getting a lot of the cheers
Yeah.
because, with somebody making their return, it's easy to just put everything back on that person. But I like this fighting spirit in Bianca, and she's
So
obviously still giving a lot into
I will say that I was absolutely 100% wrong. It's just Becky
it.
being Becky, calling her Esther. Uh, Bianca Belair's birth name, Bianca Nicole Blair, which helps with the Belair. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So,
Right. So yes, I did look it up before, and now I recall her real name is actually Bianca, and close to Belair.
yeah, so no, I'm okay with that, but I'm going to continue to call her Esther, which is
Yes.
funny to me.
Oh,
So,
yeah, it's just like when she was back in Knoxville and they went up, went back in time for high school and college. Guess I didn't think about that either. Still thinking at one point, it's like, is her name Esther? Sorry, you're not the only one.
championship contenders match, which is what we're calling when a champion wrestles somebody that's not the number one contender. Damian Priest, who we haven't seen in a couple weeks, taking on T-Bar, who is also known as Dominic Dijakovic. And T-Bar looked okay, but he launched an announcer's table chair
Oh,
at Damian Priest, launched it at him. The winner in a match by DQ, Damian Priest.
I don't wonder if there was some true heat there in that retaliation of Damian Priest because he went at it
He
bad.
looked pissed. I mean, I
Yeah.
honestly think that Damian Priest is too funny, too nice sometimes. But
Hmm.
him being the bouncer, rock and roll guy that he is, you can see just the venom in him. No pun intended.
Right. I mean, I did see that chair launched at him, and then he definitely gave it back to T-Bar, and not to mention, I mean, he had him flipping, whether it was the clothesline or just tossing him into the barricade, but then
Yeah,
he also then launched that announcer chair
and
on
it's not like these guys haven't
T-Bar.
worked with each other either. Because I mean, if you think about their progression, there's
Mm-hmm.
not a huge gap between them. They were on NXT at the
NXT,
same time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was actually a match I enjoyed. I mean, they're both have good size, and it's a matchup we haven't seen one-on-one in WWE, at least on Raw and whatnot. But yeah, that very end, I mean, then it made me think, would this, make T-Bar retaliate next week? Because I like the two of them one-on-one in a feud on Raw, and
Yeah,
I know it's leading up. We've got weeks till I'm sorry, I almost said SummerSlam, Survivor Series, but
that's right. I
this
call
is
October, August, so it doesn't
yes.
matter.
Hey, that makes sense then. But yeah, I do like this between the two of them. I do want to see more. I can't imagine that T-Bar would just let it slide after getting beat down the way he did at the end of their match.
Yeah. Hey, when I was watching Keith Bearcat Lee, and I say Keith specifically because there was a promo that happened within the last week that says they're dropping the Keith and it's just Bearcat Lee now. I'm listening to Graves, I'm listening to Saxon, I'm listening to Jimmy Smith, and I swear to God, even though I can't hear that audio feed, I guarantee you Vince or whoever is in the control position is yelling at him, stop saying Keith, stop saying Keith. He's supposed to be Bearcat Lee. I wonder how long that's going to take.
I don't know. I mean, Mike Rhodes announced him as Keith Bearcat Lee to the ring and after the win as well.
Right. I just wonder if they're going to be dropping the Keith and just making it Bearcat.
I feel they might go that way. I mean, even his trunks just say, or his singlet, so or
Yeah, it just says Bearcat. Right.
Yeah.
All right. RK Bro defeats the Dirty Dogs when they come back for the title match. Randy Orton with one of the lines in that Riddle. Just stop talking right now. We will talk about Halloween till we're blue in the face after we go in this damn match. Knock it off. Fun stuff. And RK Bro's got a little section in the opening package. I actually paid attention to the opening video package on Raw last night, and they've got a cool little RK Bro thing in the beginning of it. They're a big deal, and they're going to be around for a while. I wonder though that if it's just the tag team titles that keep them together, it's the team, meaning that the moment they lose the titles, does the team disband?
Not sure, but I'll have to go back and watch the new intro piece again. And I know we've talked about this in the past too about the intros, the theme songs being a big thing. So
Yep.
I definitely got to watch it back. I mean, it being that season premiere.
Yep. And then finally, the Fatal 4-Way #1 contenders match: Mysterio, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins. I thought this was a foregone conclusion that it was the Drip King, Seth Rollins, was going to win this match, and he did. I didn't understand. I still don't understand the side view of the champion backstage watching a TV while he holds his belt. That never makes sense to me. I understand they're going to watch it. I always liked it when they're in the locker room, say in a chair or something, watching it in the locker room. But no, dressed in your gear on the side, holding your belt, watching a monitor. It's weird.
Well, I mean, he did come out in the end as well.
And what did he come out for? To just get in Rollins' face, right?
Right, exactly. And they didn't touch, or they almost did. Well, Seth touched the belt. He said, "Don't touch it."
Right.
But
It was like he was grabby. He was a little handsy, is what he was.
Yeah, but it was also different. I'm glad you brought that up about the champion watching backstage at side view, because at the very end of Raw last night, we got an interview backstage at the very end of the match, which I don't think we've ever gotten on, or at least any
long while.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Thought that was different as well, and yeah, I mean, hey, different things, season premiere, different roster.
Yep.
All in all, as I mentioned, I enjoyed it.
Finally, tonight, we have Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
And we have a guest star tonight. Matthew and I waxed poetic about, does Chucky make a run-in on the main event for Braun Breaker and cost, Tommaso Ciampa the belt.
I know. That did make me laugh, make me pop. But that was when I was driving back from the Ville last week. I was listening to that. You said that veteran Chucky, right?
Yeah.
Charles something Chucky. Oh yeah. That would be hilarious. I don't know if that'll happen, but I will get a chuckle or two out of Chucky. And the wheel. And I'm looking forward to it. As you know, I'm a huge fan of Halloween, and
yes.
Hey, bringing back Halloween Havoc once again this year.
They could beat last year's Zombies, Dexter Loomis, Cameron Grimes.
Yeah. Plus we had what's her name?
We had Shotzi last year.
Shotzi, thank you. I loved having her as the host of that too. She was tremendous.
Well, tonight's host
hosting
is L.A. Knight. Yeah.
That's right. For some reason, I was thinking Chucky was hosting it. No, it's an appearance by Chucky, but LA Knight
Right.
is the host. That's right. That's right. Well, yeah, looking forward to Halloween Havoc and seeing if they're going to make this bright new NXT 2.0 set dark and spooky and gloomy,
I
at least for
honestly
a
feel like
night.
it's going to look like ECW episode 1,
Okay.
which isn't a good or a bad thing. It's just that's the way it's going to look.
All right.
Well, that is it for Tuesday morning. It's October 26th. And Linda, what do you got going on for the week? Any trips down to the Ville this week?
Not this week, but I'm actually going to be heading down to Las Vegas this week for a
Ooh,
huge birthday celebration. My birthday's this Friday, so
nice.
gonna be
21
down.
again. I'm so happy
Yeah,
to have you on.
isn't that great to be 21 again?
Finally, you and I can have a drink.
Yes, exactly. Poolside, uh, poker table side, sports book side.
There you go.
Looking forward to uh, Vegas this weekend. But just a quick thing I forgot to mention yesterday. Next Friday, um, we have another GLCW show, and I
Yep.
bring this up specifically because while we were talking about Bond for Glory, we forgot to mention it was the return of our friend Rhino when he teamed up with Heath Slater. So next Friday, November 5th. With Merrill, Wisconsin. That's a couple hours north of Milwaukee, north central Wisconsin. It is the return of Rhino and the return of GLCW to the Lincoln County Fairgrounds in Merrill, Wisconsin next Friday night, November 5th. I'll be there ring announcing. We've got a lot of our great GLCW stars from Wisconsin, Illinois, and a few of our OVW talents will be making their way up as
That
well.
highway is
So
getting burned between you guys, just back and forth.
yeah. Hey, there's a lot of good stuff going on between GLCW and OVW. So if you want to sneak peek at that next Friday night, November 5th, Merrill, Wisconsin, you can check it out for details and tickets at blizzardbrawl.com, as always, for all GLCW events. But I would have been remiss if I didn't mention that because we saw Rhino, the return of Rhino to Impact Wrestling this past weekend, and the return of Rhino will take place next Friday for GLCW as well.
Absolutely. And again, folks, don't forget Blizzard Brawl tickets for 2021 on sale now. The card available at blizzardbrawl.com as well. Holy smokes, the names that we got lined up on there. Go get those seats, get those meet and greets. I mean, we don't even have time to run it down again. We'll run it down again with Matthew and see how he feels about it. But Linda, that is our time. So for Linda Kay, the man they call Meathead, we will talk to you tomorrow morning with Matthew Thomas. So long, everyone.